Holy mozzarella, yes, MTY might be on sale again. So my name is Keith, this is MI Rich, and I'm just going to tell you, I did a video earlier on MTY, yeah, maybe I'll put a link somewhere, but this company is a franchise company. They have many franchises like Mucho Burrito, Taco Time, Pinkberry, Jugo Juice, Grabba Greens, Villa Medina, many others. And basically, I mentioned in the past that I thought if their stock price had gone below $60, it would be very attractive. And lo and behold, they had earnings reported in mid or late February. And since then, the stock price has dropped quite a bit. It's currently at $59.30. So this is something that I do think is attractive at the moment. So with that price, it has a PE ratio of 14.6 and a forward PE ratio of 19. So that basically shows the forward PE is suggesting that the earnings are going to drop. And this is true. It's very likely to happen. So in the past, maybe like the first quarter of 2018, they had significantly higher earnings because of a few things. And they're not expecting to have those earnings anymore. So their overall earnings, like annual earnings rate, will be much lower, maybe like 60%, maybe half of what it was. And so I think this is really causing people to lower their expectations on the stock price for MTY. But I think it's undervalued to a point, in my opinion, that it is worth more than that. So the other thing is the price to book as ratio is at 2.2, which is pretty fair, I would say. It doesn't have an exciting dividend. It's 1.1%, but it is growing. You know, in the last 5 years, it's been growing nearly like triple. So that suggests if you held on to this for like, 10 plus years, it could become an interesting dividend. But the main story behind this is even with its earnings, if you cut it in half, it would still be a company, its intrinsic value would be still growing at over 20% in the last 5 years. And this company has really found a nice formula for finding franchises that it just buys that are kind of popular or trendy at the time. If I go to the mall, I still see a lot of people lining up at their franchises. So I see this as really, even if I went to, Cuzco in Peru, I see, like when I was there, they have Pinkberry or whatever. It's a big thing. So I don't see their brands as a horrible thing, is what I'm saying. Anyways. But with the forward PE ratio of 19, now most stocks usually trade between kind of 18 and 22 for a price to earnings ratio. So this I do see, it suggests it's kind of fair valued, and that's maybe why people are like hesitant about the price until it's getting closer to under $60. But because of its growth rate being over 20% and because of their acquisition formula, like this company used to be like a penny stock almost, and it's grown like very nicely in the last more than 10 years. But anyways, so I see no reason that this company can't continue to grow. They have really great cash flows, maybe a little bit high goodwill, but because you're buying franchises all the time that are popular, it's not too surprising, and they usually get enough of the money out before they kind of divest or do something else with the franchises that they have. So I see a pretty strong story for this, even in a recession. I mean, people are going to go out to eat fast food more likely than a sit-down dining restaurant. So probably positive future. And yeah, now that it's under $60, I think it probably is a buy. Now that said, I can see this stock does typically drop a little bit in the beginning of the year, and then somewhere like usually around June, but it varies like March to October, so it's a pretty big variation, but it usually shoots up again in those time periods. So that's kind of how I see it. Like it could still drop a little bit more, so you might be able to get a little bit cheaper, but I do see it as likely to go up over the year. And I don't know exactly when, so that's why I think probably now it's a safe time for me anyways. I would consider it a buy. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a good company? Do you think it has bad prospects that I'm missing? I'd love to know your thoughts. Feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, just a short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.